first down. Bryson, he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
27.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Check 26, check 26. 60 Eagle.
On second down now. Bryson, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets will extend their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking deep for Julio. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Ball carrier.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Out of the gun is Minshew. He completes this to Russell Gage.
Minshew.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
An 8-yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Slap, slap.
On the draw, this is Smith. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation, run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On fourth down, the Falcons send out Sterling Hoffrichter to punt. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jets will take over first and 10.
26-yard line.
Ready up.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Finds an opening past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He completes this one to Mack. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Check, 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 check.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but yeah, let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. He has been their starting quarterback for this game, so they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check 52. 79. Check 4.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Jets 14, Falcons nothing.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
At the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 7.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
That's good.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Well, he's definitely a big target out there, listed as 6'4", and he used every one of those extra inches to go up and make that catch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And the ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Smith out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off play action, it's Minshew. That's caught by Waller out left side.
Minshew's pass.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That's complete to Smith. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
He's out of bounds.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Falcons cut into that lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. second down. Bryson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there.
Against the ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tack McKinley. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Third down.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
12 yards on the play. Leads to third down and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Bryson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. for 19 and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On first down, Bryson. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Tackle made.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. And that is incomplete here.
The pass.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
I'm feeling like Will. I feel like a prince. I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bills. Because I was a blessed with no open film. Don't know how it feels. I wanted to flex and go.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
4th down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This is a 26-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
It's a gain of
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now Minshew looking deep for Julio. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
for Julio Jones.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Minshew sets to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
At their own
that throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
The tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 20-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Over the middle, caught by Mims. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry?
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, he's got him in the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
Back now here on EA Sports.
Quarter of play.
A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Throwing on first down is Minshew. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. In that play, they wound up losing yardage.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Minshew. He'll look downfield for Waller. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Here we go now with Smith. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to
another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons get a bit closer. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The ball carrier.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Carried by number 20.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On third down, Bryson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Again, the ball carrier.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's 3rd and 7.
The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up to throw. Got a man. It's Mims. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. They'll run on first down. Bryson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 29-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Now back to throw. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They'll drop to throw. He's got this one completed to Mims. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Bryson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter. In the zone, the ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 4th and goal.
So out comes the field goal team once more. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
Yeah. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
Sterling Hockrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
7-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Able to connect with Mims. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they fall to defeat for the second time this season. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching.